Hi, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new to this channel, welcome. My name's Sophie and I'm a makeup artist. I only just started my YouTube channel very recently, so please be kind. I hope you all enjoyed my tanning video the other day. I am still feeling super tanned, which I feel really goes lovely with this makeup look. So this is the look that I'm going to be creating for you guys today. This is definitely a look inspired by summer because I'm using a lot of oranges and golds and things like that, and it's very monochrome. And when I say monochrome, I don't mean black and white. I mean I'm using a lot of the same tones running through all of the makeup, and today it is mostly orange. This is such a nice, like, soft, wearable way to wear orange. But I already did my base to begin, so the next clip that you're going to see is me dressed with my base on, and I'm literally going to be adding all the colours, so the eyeshadow, the cheek colours and the lip, just to complete the whole look. I will link all of the products that I'm using today in the description box below, but if you need any help with anything, just leave me a little comment and I will get straight back to you. Could my eyes look any smaller right now? So we're going to be going in with some lovely orange shadows, and I have used this palette before in another tutorial. However, I just find it's a really beautiful palette for creating those golden orange summer eyes that I want to do today. As always guys, I've already applied some concealer on my lids and I'm just making sure that I'm getting rid of any of the creases. And the one that I've been using is the L'Oreal Infallible Concealer all of the lid. I just feel like it's actually quite a good concealer for an eyeshadow primer. So to start off, I'm going to be going in with, you guessed it, some bronzer, and this one is Maybelline City Bronzer. I'm taking it on a MAC 224 brush, and I'm actually just going to draw like a line out from the side of my eye, just pulling it out to the temple, and that's just going to start to give me the shape that I kind of want to work with. I don't really want a really winged shape today, but I do want the shadow to be blended out nicely into the rest of the makeup, so I just feel like popping that bronzer there just really does that. Next up, I'm going to be taking this shade from the palette here, which is called Flicker, and I'm just going to be applying that right into the crease with the same brush. So starting on the outer corner, kind of all the way around. And I want to really build this colour up so it looks nice and orange. Also just pushing that like up into the front of the brow there. I actually don't mind bringing the shadow up quite high at the front of the brow here, but I always just like to leave like a sort of white strip underneath the brow. I don't really like when my shadow's like super high blendy. Only taking a little bit of that orange shadow out. I'm not taking like a whole load. It's just to sort of start to blend in with the bronzer. Next up, I'm taking my Zoeva 227 and I'm going in with the shade Fire from the palette, which is this one here. It's like a proper like reddy orange colour. I'm just going to take that like more to like the outer corner, and I'm just using really light pressure and just buffing a little circular motions. I'm not going to take this one like all the way around. I'm just kind of going to take it like about here. And I've got hardly like any left on my brush. I'm just flicking that out as well. You can always take your 224 and use whatever was left on your brush from the last colour and just help that to blend your edges. So now I'm just switching to a smaller brush to apply the darker colour. So the one that I'm going to be going in here is Smolder, which is like almost like a deeper purple shade, which actually looks really, really nice with orange eyeshadow. With dark eyeshadows, you want to have like a little bit more control. So using a small brush and a small amount is always going to help you build it up rather than fire far too much on and then you end up having to start again, which is never fun. What I'm going to do is take this and I'm going to run it like along the lash line first. I'll start to bring that into the sort of crease here as well. Again, I'm not wanting to take this all the way in, so what I'm going to do is just take that Fire, the sort of darker orange shade on the brush, and I'm just going to like blend a little bit in there just to sort of bring the excess of that dark shade in. Okay guys, and if you've got hooded eyes like me, at this point you always want to like open your eye and just look straight into a mirror, because I almost want the dark shade just to be peeping up when I've got my eye open. Okay, just threw a brush at myself. Okay, I remember when I first started doing makeup, I used to just do the dark like here, and then I would open my eye and be like, that's done nothing, but I could never figure it out like how high to bring it up. But honestly, like as soon as you start doing your eyes with your eyes open, you can make such a difference to your eyeshadow, because you don't walk around with your eyes shut. So you need to make sure that you can see all the colours placed where you want them to be placed when your eye is open. At this point, I'm going to just take a flat brush, and I think a lot of people would normally go in with concealer and then put the eyeshadow on, but I just feel like as long as your eyeshadow shimmers are really good quality, they should be like thick enough to cover what you've already got on. And I don't want this to be like a really strong like sort of cut crease. I want it to be nice and diffuse. So what I am going to do is take a little bit of water. I just have a little spray bottle here. I'm just going to spray this little flat brush. This one's from MAC, I think it's a 239. And then I'm going to go in with this shade here called Radiate, which is just a really beautiful gold shade. Because the brush is wet, it almost goes into like a paste, so it goes really strong. Because you've got the paste shadow on your brush, if you go ahead and put that really high up here, it's going to go on like really thick and really heavy. So what you want to do is like kind of apply this more at the root of the lash first, and all I do is like sort of pat and pull the shadow on. I'm only really going to take this sort of like 2/3 of the way in, and then once I'm happy with it at the lash line, I can then start to pat and pull it up the way. But as you can see, this is the point where most people would stop. Like, that's where my eyelid ends. However, I honestly feel like if I take this up a bit higher with having a hooded eye, it always makes my eye look a lot bigger. So I just kind of pat and pull just slightly higher and then just sort of diffuse it out. Get the gold on. You can actually see there's like a bit of a line here where like the gold stops and then the dark starts. We don't want that. I'm going to take this fire shade again, which is like the sort of reddy orange, and I'm just going to almost like sweep it in from the lash line and then kind of in at an angle so that we've got like this red shade popping in. Can you see that just looks a lot more blended? Okay, so you could obviously just kind of like have your eyeshadow like that, put your liner and lashes on, and you're good to go. But we're going to just take it up a wee notch. So this pigment right here, we have a bond. We've got like a little bromance going on, because it's just like one of those pigments you can always rely on, and it looks good on everybody. It's such a unique shade of gold as well, and it's very, very, very fine glitter, so it's never offensive. It's just there, but soft. You probably have all heard of it anyway. This is the Gatsby pigment from Peaches and Cream. So I'm just going to take some of this NYX glitter primer. I always use this for pigments and glitters. It's unreal. And all we're going to do is like take a tiny bit of that glitter primer, almost like taking off the excess, and tapping that onto the lid. Then all I do is take what is actually in the lid here, tap off the excess, and then just going to like really lightly press it on top. Hope you can see how lovely and sparkly it is, and it just adds a little bit extra to the eyeshadow. So now I'm just going to take that same gold that we used on the lid, and I'm just going to pop that like at the front of the eye underneath. I'm now taking this eyeliner from Maybelline. It's just like the perfect bronze liner, and it's really creamy as well. So I'm just going to pop a little bit of this in the waterline, but I think I'm just going to do like the outer corner of the waterline. I don't want it to be like really dark all the way in. I'm actually just going to add a little bit of this shade here, which is Copper Light, and it's kind of like more like a mauvey shade, but I'm just going to run that just underneath the liner just to sort of blend it. Boom. This is a point in the makeup where you're like, oh my god, it just looks weird because you haven't got any liner or lashes on. So I definitely think when you're using like bright colours that you need like a bit of liner to go around it all. So I am just going to use a tiny bit of this Benefit roller liner, and this is actually the brown shade. I don't want like a really heavy black liner, so I'm just going to pat like a little bit of this just along the lash line. I'm going to use probably like a sort of natural lash, so I'm going to just put quite a bit of mascara on my lashes just to make it look a wee bit more dramatic. So I'm just going to be curling my lashes and popping on my favourite mascara, which is Maybelline Lash Sensation. I just literally got a new one of these delivered today. Are you seeing this? That's got to be one of the most annoying things in the world. Maybe I could disguise it as a little freckle. Maybe not. These are the Eldora M101s. Just before I put my lashes on, guys, I'm going to be taking this product here. I did speak about this in one of my recent videos, and honestly, I'm just obsessed with it. It is such a good product. So this is the Project Lip Plumping Primer. This literally is so stingy, but if you want big juicy lips, this is amazing. I have tried so many plumping lip products that are actually quite expensive, and it does not compare to this. So what I'm going to do is pop it on now, and because it's colourless, I can literally put any lipstick on top of it, which is amazing. So all you do is pop it on, rub your lips to activate it, and I like to put it just above my Cupid's bow as well. It actually just like pulls up that bit of your lip. Okay, so while the lashes are tacking, I'm just going to be applying a little bit of blusher. This one here is obviously, as you can see, it's bright orange, so it's going with the whole like orange theme. And I love this blusher. Like, this makes me feel so good when I put it on. It just makes me feel like super tanned. And it is from NARS, it's called Taj Mahal, and I'm just going to be applying that with my absolute favourite blusher brush in the whole world. It's just so light and airy, and it doesn't apply like too much. And all I'm going to be doing is just buffing this onto the apples of my cheeks, and it literally is just going to give me like a nice tanned flush on my cheeks. A little bit of a gold reflex through it as well, so also just give us a little bit of a glow. And I like to add a little on my nose and on my chin as well, just basically all over my face. So the lashes are on. I've obviously got the orange on the eyes, the orange on the cheeks, and we are going to be looking at an orange lip. But just before I do that, I'm going to be putting on a little bit of highlighter. This one is such a nice highlighter. This one right here is called Epic from Remastered, and I just really love this for that like sort of golden sun-kissed highlight. So I'm just literally going to be applying that with the same brush, just to all the usual areas. I'm just going to be buffing this on. And it's honestly such a nice highlighter. I've got to say that the Illamasqua highlighters are such good quality. They're honestly unreal. And they last such a long time in the pan as well, which is good. So yeah, this really amps up that glow, and because it's got like sort of a warm tinge in it, it's still giving that summery finish to the look. I don't know if you can see the lips. I know I said this in my last video, but if I zoom in a wee bit, please excuse my tash, lockdown is not doing good for me. But you can actually see like how much it's plumped up my lips, like honestly. So I hummed and hawed about putting like a bright orange red on, but I'm just not sure. So I'm still going to do a nude, but we're going to like add a little bit of orange into the nude as well. Because it's so tingly, it kind of makes your lips look quite pink. So I'm just going to like take a little bit of the concealer that's left on my beauty blender just to sort of nude them out a little bit. And then I'm going to be taking this lip liner here. This is a really affordable one from Rimmel. It's called Tiramisu. I'm just going to quickly line my lips. I'm going to apply one of my favourite liquid lipsticks from NYX. This one's called Dusk Till Dawn, and it is the lip lingerie, and it's definitely like a peachy undertone to it, which is why I thought it would go quite nice with like the sort of orange moribund look. So just to add a little bit more warmth and orange to this lip, I'm going to be taking another plumping lip product, but this is the Dior Lip Maximizer, and it's in the shade Coral. Is it Coral? Number 4. But you can see it's like sort of corally orange shade. And what I will say is this is really expensive. This is like £28 or something, which for a lipstick is like really expensive. But this does not plump your lips half as much as what this does, and I think this is literally half the price. So just being out there. But this is still a really nice lip gloss to have if you maybe don't like to have such a tingle on your lipstick. And obviously it's just a really nice orange shade, so it's going to add a little bit more warmth to this lip colour. Okay guys, so this is the finished look. I hope you enjoyed this orangey sort of summer makeup tutorial. If there's any tutorials that you guys specifically want to see, please pop a little comment for me down below, because I've got loads of ideas. But sometimes my ideas don't do so well, so you know. I hope you're enjoying watching these videos as much as I'm enjoying making them, guys, because it really is something that I didn't think I would be doing. Obviously, I only started my YouTube channel in lockdown, but I'm really enjoying it. So hope you're enjoying it too, and I will be seeing you in my next video, which is going to be like getting ready with me, like nighttime skincare routine. So if you don't want to miss out on that one, guys, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and give me a wee thumbs up, because it always helps me out. Thank you so much for watching again, and I will see you all in the next video.